Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Big Things Kentucky. Coach Bew, our season finale on football.
Yes, sir. I have no fear. Big Things Kentucky is here. Also, Coach, we're going to close out the season, but we're also going to give out our All Big Things team, Coach. Great year, Coach. Once again, we nitpicking about numbers. Who's this, who's that? This is many tackles. Man, it gets harder and harder every year, but that's a good thing. Let you know that our talent around the state is getting better in Big Things County.
Coach, before we get started, let's get a look at these standings.
Of course, Coach, play my music. I am the champion, my friend. I'm about to belt next year. And I'll keep on winning again.
Coach, man, it wouldn't have been as
I
bad.
am the champion. I am the champion. Once again. I mean, it's bad. I missed all of 2021. Coach TB kicked your butt. I kicked your butt in 2020. I mean, 2022, 2023. I mean, when are you ever going to win one again?
Hey, man, look, we want to give a shout-out to our celebrity guest picker, A. White. Another perfect pick. You know, hey, man, I told him he's going to have to kick off the season then.
He did good. Shout out to my guy. You can't leave my guy, the cameraman's favorite cameraman. Came in, had a good pick, too. And the young lady from Fox, the 56 came on, did a great job picking us up.
Anna Medina.
Yeah, Miss Anna, did a heck of a job. Man, it was good. Shout out to you for reaching out to those guest pickers. And thank you for a lot of those big-name celebrities coming on and doing the picking with us. That was big, Coach.
I got a lot of people waiting for next season that want to get on. So that could be interesting.
It could be.
All right, man. Before we get started, just closing out the season, I think I want to call the 2023 season Year of the Defender, Coach.
I think you can. They did their thing, get to the state championship first time since '99.
Yeah.
To me, you still got to beat Douglas. You know what I'm saying? I love the fact that my defenders made it there, gave it a good first half. But to me, you got to get Douglas, and you eventually got to get one of these state championships. You got the talent to do it. And from what we talked to people talking to us after, earlier, it's very well this could be another run for them to the state championship.
Yeah. You just got to climb that Douglas hump, Coach.
Because believe me, the cupboard is not bare. Avion Chenault, unfortunately, has a whole nother year. Yeah. And so do both the Talbot boys.
Yeah. We stacked. We stacked, Coach. We stacked. My coach, Coach McPete, doing his thing.
Yeah, Coach Pete doing his thing. Coach Poe on defense. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Ain't nothing changing, Coach. We still run the city.
But the weather. Yeah, right now, see, I know the coach put on there the city champs again.
Yeah. Now, that's going to be interesting because we can't really have a true city champion because everybody ain't playing everybody.
Nah, I hope we get back to play everybody.
I guess the only person that really plays everybody is Tace Creek.
Yeah, that's
because Coach Hawks ain't ducking no heat.
He's like, bring me the best of the best, and he's on it.
But shout out to him for what's going on. Look forward to bigger things out of Tace Creek.
Yeah,
LCA,
great year for Tace
man.
Creek, great year. I'm sorry, because it's a great year for Tace Creek. And what is on 3 losses with 4 losses, of course, three powerhouses.
Yeah. But we looking for them to be competitive.
Yes.
All right, Coach. Here we go. Let's get started with our All Big Things team. Up first, Coach, we're going to go all big things offense, Coach.
Yes, Coach, man. We can go on and on. There's so many quarterbacks. Andrew Williams from Tace Creek had a heck of a year. You know what I'm saying? Then you had the young man from Dunbar, Ethan Teal, had a great year. Coach, first off, we're going to name Cutter Bowley. Cutter Bowley for LCA, UK commit. Probably on campus already, had a heck of a year, Coach. Shout out to Cutter Bowley.
From Lexington Catholic, my man Jackson Wasick, another great season.
Yes, sir. And then closing out with 50 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, Luke Pennington for Sayre. Coach, that young man's just a junior. Him and Brock Kaufman, Lord have mercy. That's the role. It's like his daddy and Randy Moss. That's what it's like, Coach.
All right, moving to our running backs up first. First from LCA, we got Brady Hensley. He came back from an injury-plagued season last year, transferred to LCA, had a big year. Shout out to Brady, man.
Absolutely. Up next, you got my guy, Keelan Washington from Bryan Station, aka Jaws, had a great year. Bryan Station coach did his thing.
From Madison Central, we got Bryant Mathis leading Madison Central. Great season, young man there.
All right, coach. Another running back, probably under the radar, Jaden Holman from Paris, coach. Had a remarkable year as one of the leading rushers in the state of Kentucky. Shout out, led that offense. I think that young man is back for another year, I believe, coach. So shout out to Jaden Holman.
All right, up moving next, the wide receiver coach. Up first, great season for Sayre, Mr. Brock Kaufman.
Brock Kaufman, man, heck of a year. Could have been on offense, defense, special team. He did everything about big things. Heck of a year with Brock. Next up, we got J.T. Haskins, another dual threat on offensive and defensive side of the ball. J.T. had a great year receiving for Bryan Station.
From Lexington Catholic up next, we have Jackson Crutzer. From Lexington Catholic, great season for him. The Jackson and Jackson twins doing big things. Shout out to him.
All right. Also, coach, up next, we have Luke Cooper. Chase Creek High School had a heck of a year for Chase Creek. Andrew Winters is probably top target.
Up next, we have Trey Berry from Paul Lawrence Dunbar. Big season. Him and Ethan Till connect, man. Ethan Till, another kid, could have made it, had big numbers, but that goes to show how deep the quarterbacks were in Big Things County. Shout out to Trey Berry.
Up next, closing out for LCA, Parker Cheney, coach. Parker Cheney had a heck of a year, one of the top targets for UK commit Cutter Bowley. Shout out to Parker Cheney for a heck of a year.
All right, Coach, now we got the big dogs, the big uglies. All right, from Frederick Douglass up first, we got Zuri Madison doing big things for Frederick Douglass.
Up next, we got D'Amico Kennedy. Now, Coach, you send out a list every year to all the coaches about offensive linemen who they think impressed them. And once again, these two names showed up on every single person's list. Even if they played Douglas, I've seen them play. These two names showed up, Coach.
Yes, sir. Up next from Taste Creek High School, we have Devin Young. Congratulations, young man. Keep doing big things.
Absolutely, Coach. Up next, Coach, for Lexington Catholic, Joe Sherman. Had a heck of a year anchoring the offensive line for Lexington Catholic.
Then we have from Madison Central, Aiden Howard doing big things. Congratulations, young man.
Another name that came up over and over and over. As well as this young man next, Christian Rodriguez for Scott County. I think this young man is just a junior and absolutely terrorized 5A football on the offensive line.
From Henry Clay, we got J.T. Deaton doing big things. Congratulations, young man.
Well, definitely a bright spot for that Henry Clay team. Up next, we got Garrison McKinney, LCA, offensive lineman, anchoring that offensive line.
Also from LCA, Brooks Kerwin doing big things. Hey, man, that line at LCA.
He was impressed with him.
Hey, I call him the State Fair, dog, because that's just some, just blue livestock, baby.
Blue ribbon pit hogs up front.
Yes, sir.
And, man, this kid here, Gary McCauley, man, made it last year. I say he'd be on there getting this year, and he sure is. Bryan Station, number 73 offensive lineman there for them. I think he's the right tackle coach. He's a dog. I like him. And
then our kicker, Cooper Ranvier, representing Frederick Douglass. Hey, all everything. Great young man. Keep doing big things.
Absolutely. And our athlete on the opposite side of the ball, man, a young man who did it all for Bryan Station. Ran the ball, passed the ball, worked a set stand at halftime. My guy, Trenton Cutright.
Congratulations. That is our all big things offensive side of the ball. Now, moving on to the defense, Coach Bew. What you got for us, Coach?
Yes, sir. Defense was exciting, Coach. I think defense is hard to offense this year, picking all the talented players from so many schools. Like I said, man, this is a big what we've seen over the year, and also some of the coaches' input as well.
Yes.
The coach starting off, first of all, we got to go with one of the beasts from Paris High School, Zion Webb, Coach. I think he led the state and was top 5 in sacks, Coach. Great young man, had a heck of a year there for Paris, and that tough defensive line they had.
Yes, sir. And he was a name that whenever we kept asking coaches, his name kept coming up. Even player teams that didn't play him, mentioned him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Up next, we got another dominant kid, consensus pick, Leighton Starks.
Yes, I had a great year. And me and you talked about him, too. We said, he's got that build, that physical physique to be an outside linebacker or a defensive lineman. The kid this year, when he put his hands in the ground, the dirt, going up against a big offensive lineman, offensive line, he gave him tackles fits. I can't say the word I want to say, but it rhymes with bail.
Yes, sir. He did a great job, and that was one thing Coach Johnson talked about all season was just trying to get more out of him.
Yes,
so look forward to him doing bigger things, man.
Yeah, man, committed to Ball Station. Shout out to him and his folks.
Another edge guy that just dominated a lot. Your man from Bryan Station, Javon Frazier.
Honorary MLK Duck. Coach Dishwin got them boys. They ended up coming to play for you, but y'all got them right there. They took never playing football. Now, imagine these kids has only played probably 6 or 7 years of football, and him and his brother are both dominant. Committed to Akron University. Coach, shout out to them young men.
Yes, sir. Up next, we got another Paris Greyhound, Preston Cowan. Another returnee to the team. Had a great year last season. Kept doing big things. Shout out to Coach Rice, man.
Man, Coach Rice got them dogs there. Preston Cowan has been a dog. I think the kid had over 156 tackles last year. Came back this year with another strong year. Shout out to Preston Cowan and what he's done down there.
And another guy that has been doing big things, kind of underlooked, from East Jessamine High School, Matthew Hager, Sr. Keep doing big things, Mr. Hager.
Yes, a great year for Mr. Hager, Coach. And welcome to the All the Big Things team, buddy. All right, Coach, up next we got Eric Barnes from Madison Southern, Coach. Eric Barnes had a great year, one of the top tacklers for Madison Southern, Coach. And a bright spot on a pretty good Madison Southern team this year.
Yes, sir. Another up next, the big man from LCA, holding it down on defense, Kenyatta Hardage. Congratulations, young man.
Yeah, Coach, not a lot of tackles, I guess, number-wise for inside position. But he did his thing. Coach wreaked havoc, quarterback sacks, clogged up in middle, and did his thing. Coach, shout out to him. All right, Coach, we're going to finish off our front line with Jack Bernard. Coach Jack Bernard for Sayre had a heck of a season for this very good Sayre team, Coach. And he, Coach, led that defense.
Up next, we got the linebackers, Coach.
Pretty boys, Coach. Now, next to the secondary, that's pretty boys, Coach. Nah, man. This linebacker core is tough as all outdoors. Coach, you can't mention linebackers. I mentioned this kid, Logan Julian, Coach. Tates Creek High School, absolute dog. Did his thing for Tates Creek the last 2 years. I think he gave up baseball and committed fully to football this year. And the numbers definitely show, Coach.
Up next, the leading tackler from Lexington Catholic. Another name, remember this name, Brady Wasick, the younger brother of Jackson Wasick, doing big things for Lexington Catholic.
Absolutely. Up next, Coach, we got my guy, Jason Harker, former Douglas Dolphins coach, did his thing. His special talent as a young man, and all he's done is matured and got better over his 4 years at Bryan Station, a 4-year starter as a freshman, led that defensive core, playing middle linebacker, Coach Jason Harker, Bryan Station.
And this guy, Coach Wes Johnson, always preaches about this young man, leader on this team. They led the way for the Paul Lawrence Dunbar Bulldogs. Mr. Colton Turlington doing big things. This man was all over the field, Coach.
Absolutely, Coach. Up next, Coach, another all-over-the-field young man. Played offense, defense. Yes. Can play secondary, play linebacker, cover your best players. Right, Coach, my guy, Jakari Ransom, Coach Paris High School.
All right. Up next, we got this young man last year. I believe he set a record for tackles for LCA and kept it going this year. Mr. Major Brown from LCA. Nice linebacker.
And man, Major Brown's tough as all that nails. Been doing his thing at LCA for a while. He's a customer, great family. He got all his athletic ability from his mom's side of the family, not his dad's side. I'm sorry, James. Up next, Coach, got Luke Valencia, Scott County. And I'm tell you what, like I said, we mentioned names to coach and stuff, and this young man's name came up a lot of times. Had a heck of a year, so shout out to Luke Valencia.
All right, up next, your man from Bryan Station, Mr. Devon Frazier. The Frazier twins, hey, like you said, doing big things. Man, just these kids are tough. Great young kids looking for big things out of them as they move on to their college careers.
And Coach, there's kids that play it, and then there's kids that love it. Him and his brother are 2 kids that love it. All right, Coach. Finish our linebacker core. Couldn't have some better linebacker, Darian Neal. Been doing this thing over the last 2 years at Frederick Douglass High School. Comes from a long line of football talent. His dad, Devin, little brother, Devin, older brother, Devin, Jr. at Louisville, and then Darius Neal doing his things at Georgetown. So shout out to Darian Neal, Frederick Douglass High School.
Yes, sir. Moving on, Coach, we got our DBs.
Of course, man, the first time ever in all big things history, we got 2 gentlemen on offense and defense. I'm going to name the first one. You got the second one. We do it all. Football player for 4 years, J.T. Haskins, yes, on offense and defense. One of the top tackles on defense at Bryan Station. Also, they led him in interception. So shout out to J.T. Haskins Jr.
All right, and also up next, another guy that did everything, like you say, he closed up the concession stand for Sayre, Mr. Brock Kaufman.
Yes, sir. Brock had a heck of a year on both sides of the ball, so we couldn't punish him, but not putting him on both sides, Coach. Shout out to that young man.
Sir.
Up next, Coach, MLK Duck, my guy, Elijah Webb. Of course, one of the top DBs and receivers in the state of Kentucky, but he did his thing on the defensive side for Paris this year, led him in interceptions, tops and tackles. Shout out to Elijah Webb, Paris High School.
Now we got that Douglas duo from Douglas, Jermichael Lowe up first.
Yes, sir.
DB Frederick Douglass doing big things, moving on to the next level. Hey, congratulations. Keep doing big things.
Coach, he ain't just moving on to the next level. He's moving on to Big Ten football, playing for the Michigan Wolverines. Shout out to him. Up next, like I said, his running mate, Terrion Hicks, being consistent with Douglas for the last 2 years over there. Locked up, doing his thing at safety. He's got a full ride to Northwestern University. Coach, he ain't only got to be good in football, but he got to be a little smart to go to Northwestern, Coach.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Up next, the leader in that Scott County secondary. Shout out to Scott County's defense coordinator, Monty McIntyre, man. Been there forever, and they always put out a good defense. Mr. Jackson Damron. Congratulations, Jackson. Keep doing big things.
Up next, Coach, for our secondary, we got Braden Hall, Madison Southern, one of the top secondary players in the state, one of the top players on the defense from Madison Southern.
And his running mate, Ethan Moore from Madison Southern, also makes the team. Man, this was a dynamic duo, had a lot of picks to help lead that surprising Madison Southern team this season. Coach Payne's doing big things with these deals.
He's turning around something to shoot. Coach, our last defensive back for the All Big Things team, Lafayette High School, bright spot, Jackson Stevens. Jackson is one of the top 3 tackles on the Lafayette team and also led them with 4 interceptions. Took one to the house, Coach. Shout out to Jackson Stevens, Lafayette High School.
And now our defensive athlete, he'll be returning punts and doing things like that, Mr. Darian Talbert. Hey, young man is electric. Coach, that is our 2023 All Big Things team. Congratulations to all those kids that made it. Hey, Big Things County, full of talent. It's a lot of people that could have made it, but these were the picks that we went with. Congratulations. Keep doing big things.
Absolutely, Coach. Like I said, it's getting harder and harder every year. Far harder year on defense for sure, hands down, Coach.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, man, as always, that should be a living donor. I'm Coach Bu, my man, Coach TB on assignment. Happy New Year for Big Things Kentucky. Coach Rupp.
Pays.